welcome to another video from Double O Rail. Here in front of me we've got a brand new Hornby BR264T Thompson Class L1. Its running number is 67777. Now, I was on the fence about whether or not I should buy this locomotive. I've seen it in BRM, I think, and maybe Hornby magazine, the digital versions, and it got really good reviews. It's a fantastic looking locomotive, but it was a little expensive, so I wasn't quite sure whether or not, compared to some of the Bachmann and some of the other Hornby tank engines, whether or not I should get it. And then about 2 or 3 weeks ago, Hatton's got a few more in, and then they got down to like just having one left in stock. So I decided to go ahead and get it, and I'm quite happy with the locomotive itself. It looks pretty nice, but unfortunately Hornby appear to still have some quality issues. So keep in mind, this is a brand new locomotive. I've taken it out of the box less than 20 minutes ago, and before I put it on the layout, as I've been doing recently, I've been basically just checking it out, opening it here on a white sheet of paper in case any parts fall off or break off, either due to shipping or whatnot. But you'll see here in a second why I couldn't even run it on the layout. And you can see here part of the connecting rod is literally hanging down. Now, not only was this hanging down like this inside the box, and it was very noticeable inside the box when she took the sleeve off. As you can see here, it basically comes with a see-through sleeve so you can see the locomotive. This isn't a part, and basically what's wrong is this hole here is supposed to go into a pin, and the thing is, the pin is connecting the other rod that's right here, and this one goes in between the valve gear and that other rod. So what's happened here is Hornby have assembled the locomotive incorrectly, and this has somehow gotten past their Chinese quality control. So Hornby, if you're watching, guys, you need to kind of maybe pick up on the quality control a little bit. So you guys know me, I'm not going to quibble about this. If it's something I can fix, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Just so you know, the loco itself is very, very nice. I mean, it's got sprung buffers, the quality is really good. Came with a fantastic set of detailing parts, so we'll get to that in another video. But basically, to open it, which is what I'm going to have to do the repair, there's 2 screws. I'll show you the instructions. They're both behind the front and rear bogies, so there's one there and one there. It's very simple to open, unlike the Bachmann loco I was messing with yesterday. So I've already taken the 2 screws off, and just a little wiggle, and the that comes off like so. So what the problem is, if you look at the other one, you can see that piece is in between the gearing here and the other connecting rod. And on this side, you can see the pin is right there. But so there's the pin, and here's the other rod. But this is actually running, should be installed between the two. So when this was assembled, this obviously was either put in behind here by mistake, or it was simply not put in there at all. And if you look at this, this pin here would have bent had I ran it, right? Because it's sitting there and it's kind of at an angle. And so had this been sitting in behind it, when I tried to run it, it would have meshed the gears and trashed the locomotive. So, and I would have been having to use a pair of pliers to fix this instead of what I'm going to have to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this back out. You can see it comes out pretty easily. And what we're going to do is feed the other rod here into that hole and then reinstall the other one. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to do it off camera mainly because it's really fiddly. I don't think there's any way I can get that in there and get it close enough to my eyeballs in order to see that, to do it. So I'm going to go and do that off camera, and we'll show you the end result. Okay, so I've got it back on, and it's a little tricky to see this, but basically the pin has this little plastic washer or kind of a tab that goes on the back of it, and I found that sitting in the plastic piece that covered the locomotive, and so it must have, luckily it was in there, but it must have been put on wrong, and as a result it broke off. So I'm going to try to put this little piece back on. It's going to be extremely fiddly, but hopefully I can get it to work. But I think without it, what's going to happen is as the loco moves along with the vibration, that's going to pop out. But you can see here, if I can go on these little LED flashlights, so maybe it'll help make it a little easier to see what's going on. But basically, like I said, there's a little plastic, you're not going to be able to see that too easily on the camera. Let me see if I can zoom in. Okay, it looks like that's about as close as I'm going to get with the zoom. So, I don't know if you can see it, but basically this is the problem. So there's a pin that protrudes out from here, and there's the two little metal rods that connect to it. Now those were the wrong way around, and I've put those in the right way now. So you can see there, it's all set up correctly. But on the other side, you can see it's just a little bit thicker. I don't know if you can. You're better off without the flashlight. You can see, yeah, right in there. So what you're looking at is this piece that's right here. This piece right here. If I shine the light on it, you can just about see on the camera that there's a little plastic washer, and it's a little bit thicker than it is on this side, which is right here. So I'm going to attempt to put that plastic washer back on, and then hopefully this loco won't have any problems. Of course, if I lose the plastic washer again, I'm never going to find it on the layout. So let's give it a try and see what happens. Okay, so after spending way more time than I wanted to on this locomotive, I have finally gotten it to click into place, and it doesn't seem to be moving, so I'm gonna hope for the best that works. So there we go, that's one less return. I also went and took I'll just bring it a little closer, you can see the internal workings of this. It's pretty straightforward. Alright, so I'm going to go put the cover back on it and go test it out on the layout, and hopefully you guys will see it in a couple of upcoming videos.